This is Dr. David Allen coming to you on the television program, People Helping People. You know, our program is simply about giving people hope. You know, I move around, particularly to the U.S. and the Bahamas, and as I travel, I meet more and more people who are saying life is extremely hard. It's really hard to make ends meet. It seems that we're getting polarized. You have the liberals versus the conservatives. You have the political parties. You have the different racial tensions. You have religious tensions. You have many types of political fractionalizations. And the question is, how does one live in this kind of very complex, almost combative atmosphere? And as a result of that, many of us get knocked down, and some of us don't come back. I'm with Jessica Malik. She's a dear friend of mine. I've known her for many years. But Jessica, what strikes me about you, you went through a difficult time, but somehow you did not give up. What made you keep on keeping on?
Well, you know, God is a big influence in my life, and through help with you and you telling me about the family, I ended up going to some of the meetings and having a big support system there, and knowing that God is involved in that as well is very important to me. Knowing that I have other people out there that are going through similar things, some people going through worse things, things that we can share, where you can't share at home, you can't share at church, you can't share, you know, in other places. We can be our real selves. If we need to scream, cry, laugh, anything, we can do that together at the family, which is really important to me.
And what was it like when you came to the family for the first time?
It was interesting, you know, because I've been to different group therapies and whatnot before, you know, and it was, honestly, being here in the Bahamas, I kind of thought like, oh, everybody's got it together. They lean on their family or they lean on God, and, you know, they don't need therapists and they don't need medication or this or that, until I got to the family. And I saw that, wow, people are really going through a lot of different things here in the Bahamas like they do in every other part of the world, you know.
That's so important to realize that wherever we are in the world, we all have our issues. We all have our problems. Now, you seem to think that when you really hit a time in your life when things are not working, or you feel knocked out, you have to find somebody or some people to help you. Yeah, yeah. Is that, would you say that's true?
Oh, sure, yes, yeah. I mean, I'd spend days in my room and in bed and just afraid to face the world, and, you know, until I got in this routine of going out and being with the group like that, like every Wednesday, you know, being at the East Street Chapel there, you know, for the family
meetings. You were
meetings.
Coming to East Street as an American. Did you feel that people really received you well?
Yes, I did.
You know, that's very special about our people, fellow Bahamians. You know, we reach out to people, and I've traveled quite a bit, but it's amazing how Bahamians reach out to people. And Jessica, you felt that, hey?
I did.
Yeah,
I've never felt.
They just embraced you. They came around you. They let you express yourself.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you?
No, because before I moved here, that was part of the pull of moving here. Not only is it a beautiful country, the water's beautiful, you know, but you felt like you were a family, you know, before I'd even moved here, you know, and that was a big drive. Like, oh, you know, I'd say, oh, I'm planning to move to the Bahamas. Oh, you're family already, you know, and so I always felt that kind of welcoming spirit here in the Bahamas. So it just kind of spilt over, and even more so with the family, because people were very, you know, they're there for you, you know, and you know, having people come up to me now after being there for a couple years and saying, wow, you've really come a long way, and, you know, I've seen you grow, and this is a different Jessica, you know, and that's important to me, you know.
And as you look back at the times when things were really painful for you, what were some of the things that helped you?
Just seeing that some of these other people are going through things that are 10 times worse than my situation and are still,
you know, that's so important.
Strong.
Many people say that, and that's been written up in the literature, that when you're going through a hard time, if you go to a group and actually help others who are going through a worse time, you feel better.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true.
How does that work?
Yeah, it's not like oh, you're feeling sorry for yourself and feeling sorry for these people, and you know, everybody's feeling sorry, but knowing that you have other people that are on your side, knowing that what you're going through is it's like this too shall pass, but you know, and then some things you still have difficulty dealing with, but then you have that support to help you deal with it too, you know, and being able to reach out, even if it's on our WhatsApp, you know, group, you know, being able to reach out and express yourself and having a lot of people give you feedback, you know.
Well, the family WhatsApp group, I mean, I can't handle the calls, but it's going all the night, 24/7, right?
I know.
It works through the night. Wow. Has that been helpful to you?
It has, yeah, it really has.
Now, how does the WhatsApp group help you?
Well, you see different people who cry out for help. Sometimes they don't talk in group, you know. Sometimes they don't talk in group, but they'll cry out for help on WhatsApp, and then you'll see other people coming back, and I've helped other people, and I've called other people as well, and had people call me, you know, just to check up, and you know, it's a nice way to communicate while we're not in group for the week, you know what I mean? It's very nice, yeah.
You know, it's amazing, Jessica. People say, Dr. we don't hear from you. Well, you know, it's not that you don't hear from me. I can't do it.
I know.
I can get some of the WhatsApp, and I can see what's coming in, but it just goes now 24/7.
Oh yeah, they're starting at 5 something in the morning. You know, it's like ping, 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 ping. You know, but it's good. People, you know, some people can't sleep. They need some
and it does help
help.
people.
It does.
It helped you.
Yeah.
And how does it help, Jessica?
It's just knowing that you have people that you can reach out to 24/7 if you need
so
to. You
the
know?
WhatsApp comes in. Sometimes they have a memory verse or Bible verse,
And that's
or
very important, too.
inspiration, or they say a word, don't give up. So
Right.
that word comes early in the morning, sometime late at night, and
Yeah.
it's just at the right time.
It is, yeah, yeah. So, you know, sometimes we share silly videos that are being passed around, you know, and you get a little laugh, you know, or a joke,
joke,
or
I
something.
see.
Yeah. So it's actually it's
Gosh,
really
that's
nice.
amazing, hey? So beyond the family itself now, the WhatsApp of the family has become massive. And I understand Camp Road is starting their own WhatsApp.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't want to be part of the East Street WhatsApp. So it's really amazing how these WhatsApp groups are just growing. But you're saying that you found it very, very helpful.
I did, yes. So yeah, I still do, you know, and it's, you know, sometimes if I'm not actively involved, I can see like, okay, well, so-and-so's hurting, and, you know, and I can reach out to them as well, you know, and it's just important to have that link, you know.
But Jessica, some people say, man, Dr. Allen, how would I share with all those people? Was that difficult for you just to let your stuff out when you came to family?
I don't know, sort of, but you know, growing up, it's like I've been to different places where I've had to talk, you know, or like seeing you as my doctor, you know, and having to talk about my life and my story and different things, you know, that I've gone through, and you know, so it was kind of like, all right, I have some place that I can offload my junk and not be judged, you know.
Now, I also met your mother. She came to the family too, and she runs a program in Florida.
Yes.
Yeah. What does she actually do?
It's called Celebrate Recovery. And
Celebrate Recovery.
Celebrate Recovery, yeah.
And what is Celebrate Recovery?
And it's for any hookups, habits, or hang-ups, is what they say. So
Any
whether
hookups, hang-ups,
or habits, right? So whether it's addiction, whether it's, you know, you have anger issues, whether you just, you know, you just need some people to talk to, you know, it doesn't matter, and it's a Christian-based 12-step program.
So it's amazing. I met her, and she seems very alive, very connected, and she was always that way?
No, no, my mother's been through quite a bit, yeah.
So she had to work through her stuff too.
Yeah, through.
And now she's come out on the other side, and she is spending her life helping people.
Yeah,
Wow.
because at one point I was mourning my mother as if she wasn't around anymore because she was addicted to drugs, and so now she's about to be an ordained minister. So she's
Wow,
really
from
turned
drug
her life
addict
around.
to ordained
Yeah.
minister. What was it like having a mother on drugs?
That was hard. Yeah, it was hard. It was after I was out of the house, but it was still.
What was hard about it, Jessica?
Just not feeling like she was the same person that I'd known for so long. She's always been very loving, very caring, very like my sister, you know. But then it was like, okay, I could party with mom, and then it was like she just went off the deep end, you know, and I felt like I didn't know who she was anymore. And you know, she started distancing herself because our family didn't want to be around her because of how she was, and she started to feel that and ended up getting clean, and it's been,
You know,
been 12 years now.
You know, people have said that having a mother addicted to drugs is one of the hardest things in life. Would you agree?
Yeah, it was very difficult. Yeah, I thank God that she's
What
my
do you
mother
do
again.
when she's out of it?
I just avoided her, really. I just did. I was in college. I became a scuba instructor. You know, I was focused on just beginning my own life, and, you know, and she'd pop around every now and again.
Does the child want to help the mother?
Tried, but eventually, ultimately, it was just up to her, you know. It was
so
up to
you
her.
tried helping her, but there came a time when you realized what you were doing was not working.
Right, yeah. We had interventions, different things, you know. Even my stepfather, who wasn't married to her anymore, was willing to put her in different places, and she, no, I'm fine. And then she ended up, once she decided on her own, and now I wouldn't trade this mother for anyone in the world. Yeah.
Isn't that amazing, Jessica? So what you're saying to people out there, there's hope.
Yes. There's definitely hope. You don't want to give up, you know. You don't want to give up. It's there's always a brighter day, you know. Like I said, this too shall pass, you know. And I mean, there are days I've thought, man, I'm done. I'm not going to live another day. I'm just going to cash in. I'm done. And then I go, oh, thank God I woke up the next day. You know, today's another day, and you have places to go and people to reach out to. You know, not all hope is lost, even though we feel like we're under a ton of bricks sometimes. You know.
But some people are giving up, whether it be here or in America. And why do you think that is?
Some of it is just deep depressions, drug addictions that lead into mental illness, you know, and people, they're not in their right mind to make the right decisions, you know. And some people who, they get on medication and then they feel good for a little while, then they get off their medication and they go through this vicious cycle, and, you know, you get in these deep depressions, and, you know, because I've been there, I know how that feels, yeah. Yeah, but, you know,
so you have a lot of empathy for people who are hurting. Yeah, because life could be very painful.
Yes.
What's it like when it's very, very painful, Jessica?
Well, you just feel like you're in a dark spot that you just want to get out of, and you don't know how to. Yeah, it's really, it's difficult. It is. So I definitely understand, you know, because there's other people out there that just can't understand how someone would want to take their life, you know, or want to harm themselves, or, you know, but it happens, and, you know, we got to know that we can achieve greater things and move on, you know.
And Jessica, it happens to everybody, right? You can be rich or poor, whatever. You could still reach that point in your life when nothing works.
You know, all the money in the world can't fix, you know, some things, you know.
Wow.
But people helping people can, you know. It's true. It is true.
Jessica, you know, I met you. You seem to really be enthralled by the Bahamian water. What about the Bahamian water you like?
Oh, it's just beautiful. You know, we have some of the prettiest water, clearest water in the world. You know, if you look at Google Earth and you go around, nothing stands out like the waters of the Bahamas all around the world. You know, it's beautiful, yeah. And even, you know, even like yesterday, I was saying I was feeling a little down. I said, I need to go to the beach. I need to go get in the water, and just, it's peaceful and it's calming.
Now, how does that work? The water can actually make a person feel better?
It really can, yeah, it really can.
So you're saying to people, if you're feeling down, go to the water?
Yeah, even just looking out at the beach or looking out at the ocean, just watching the ripples and the waves, and, you know, it's really, it's calming, it's serene, it's peaceful, you know. You get this sense of, you can kind of detach from what's going on in yourself, you know, and just kind of feel the waters and the earth, you know, around you. At least for me, that.
And so yesterday you felt a little down. You said you went down by the water.
Yeah.
And just relax.
Yeah, just being in the water. Some people I know don't like to get in the water, but, you know.
No, many Bahamians don't go in the water. But what you're saying is they're missing something, because the water has an effect on your inner life too?
Yeah, it really can. Yeah, it really can. You know, I mean, and statistically, really, you see around the world, people that live closer to the water tend to be a little bit more calmer, a little bit, you know, not so, you're in an inner city and you're feeling all, you know, but you get closer to the water and it's just a little more, you know, kind of like how we are in the Bahamas, you know, everything cool.
It's amazing how we take the water in the Bahamas for granted.
Well, that's true.
And this summer, the water's been beautiful.
Yeah.
I was in this morning myself, and it was just beautiful and so calming.
Yes.
So balmy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been so calm.
We're going to take a break and be right back.